If I had to pick one thing to prevent dementia or any kind of neurodegenerative disease, what would it be? Welcome to Dr. Ashori. My name is Dr. Mohammad Ashori. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician. Here on this channel, I talk about healthy aging and how to prevent chronic diseases down the road, such as dementia. If I had to pick one thing, it would likely be to have a healthy cardiometabolic function. A healthy cardiometabolic function means a stable blood sugar and good circulation with very little inflammation. That's maybe the trifecta that defines good cardiometabolic function. If you have good cardiometabolic function, the chance of you developing Parkinson's, Alzheimer's dementia, multi-infarct dementia, which is kind of similar to vascular dementia, is decreased drastically. Of course, you achieve this by making good everyday choices, small choices that add up to big results. For example, you're getting enough activity in, you're eating a nutritious diet, focusing on healthy proteins, healthy fats, and hopefully not getting too much sugar in your diet, but also improving your sleep, controlling your stress levels, getting enough movement throughout the day so that you're not excessively sedentary. That is the most effective way. Now, somebody might say, okay, so what is it? Is it exercise or is it diet? It is cardiometabolic function. So cardiometabolic function is different for each and every one of us. For me, my nutrition, the things that I eat, are much more likely to affect my cardiometabolic function given my genetics. I have other clients for whom it's all about exercise. They can eat whatever they want. It doesn't seem to budge their inflammatory markers. It doesn't seem to budge their cholesterol levels or lipid levels. And it doesn't seem to budge any other liver enzyme levels or anything else, as long as they exercise. So for them, it's exercise. For me, I could skip exercise for a long time. I can exercise a lot, and it really doesn't affect my cardiometabolic function. And I've also mentioned inflammation in there. And inflammation can be a little bit environmental, maybe a lot of processed things that we eat. Maybe it's stress for some people. I've had a couple of clients who retired, and as soon as they're retired, the inflammatory markers went down, which is shocking, but that's just the way it works. And so, of course, trying to whittle it down to one thing would be ideal. I wish I could give you guys that, but for you, it's a good idea to work with a health coach, with your own clinician, with your own physician, and try to figure out your own metabolic markers and see which are affected by which activity. Try to increase your exercise for 2 or 3 months and see if that makes a change. Try to change your diet for 2 to 3 months and see if that makes a change. You probably are one or the other, or you might be right in the middle where 50% contribution from each of those adds up to how well you can affect your cardiometabolic function. The idea with this is that there is inflammation that can happen in the brain. There is blood sugar issues that can happen in the brain. We've heard the term type 3 diabetes. But maybe a better way to think about it is that any kind of abnormality in your cardiometabolic function is likely going to damage the sensitive nerves you have in the brain and the cells that are part of that structure that might end up contributing to dementia. Check out my other videos on dementia. Leave any comments below. Tell me if you have anything like this in your family. Tell us, everybody, what is it that you're doing to help decrease your risk of dementia in the future?